Welcome to Let's Clear the Air, a podcast sponsored by the Allergy, Asthma, and Sinus Center, dedicated to educating listeners about allergies, asthma, and immunology.
Welcome back to Let's Clear the Air, all things allergy, asthma, and immunology. I'm your host, Liz Edwards, and today I am with our nurse practitioner, Kelsie Hanna. We're in Clarksville today. It's good to be with you.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
We are talking ragweed.
All things ragweed.
All things ragweed. It's here. And, you know, when I was feeling terrible about 2 weeks ago, I was like, oh, yeah, that's why.
Yes, usually about late August.
Yeah.
Early September, it hits us and it hits us hard. And it's equally as bad, in my opinion, as people with, just basic tree pollen allergies.
Right. I mean, this, for many people, this almost feels worse than the spring.
Right. And it's really, really hard on our patients that also have asthma. So it's kind of like a double whammy.
And you've had a busy week around here. So talk to me about the type of patients you're seeing.
Right. So, it's been a short week with the holiday on Monday. So we've really only been here a day and a half at this point, and I've already treated 2 sinus infections that I attribute to, weed pollen allergy and things like that, and 1 asthma exacerbation just with the change in weather. Obviously the weed pollens, but it's been we've had some cool mornings and things like that. So it's really hitting these patients pretty hard. Yeah.
We have had the weather going back and forth for like the last 3 weeks. Does that also play a part, like as far as like it's super hot, then it's not, then it goes right back up again? Does that play a part in all of this?
Absolutely. Yeah. And even patients who, surprisingly, don't have allergies, they have symptoms that mimic allergy. It's called vasomotor rhinitis, or VMR for short, or non-allergic rhinitis is another name for it. It hits them just as hard too. Weather pattern changes, strong fragrances, things like that, and they really have the same symptoms too, and they're just as bothered even though they're not allergic to the weed pollens and things like that.
So if someone is listening and they are suspecting that they are one of these allergic patients, let's talk about what it looks like. They need to come on in, make an appointment.
Yeah, definitely.
And then do you immediately skin test for like ragweed this time of year?
So, depending on the symptoms and the severity and things like that, absolutely, we would definitely offer a skin test. It would be more of a comprehensive skin test to all the environmental allergies, weed pollens, grass pollens, tree pollens, dust mites, cockroach, cat, dog, mold, things like that. And kind of depending on the severity of your symptoms and where you're at, and things like that, we do offer allergy immunotherapy if you're a candidate for that. If you're constantly sick or you have really bad asthma that's impacted by your environmental allergies, or your symptoms are just not controlled with antihistamines such as Zyrtec or Claritin, Allegra, things like that.
Okay. And so we can expect that these weed pollens will stick around till first frost?
Yes. So that could be as short as 6 weeks, and best case scenario could be as long as 10 weeks.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you're almost going into the holidays.
Right.
And then that presents a whole nother.
Right. It's just a terrible time. It really is.
Yeah. Well, this is all good information to know. And I think, being aware and being like, oh, that's why I feel bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we can help people. Thank you so much for being with us today. And if you are thinking that you are suffering and you don't know why, we would love for you to come in and make an appointment and be seen and get tested and figure out exactly what you're allergic to. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Let's Clear the Air. Please consider following this podcast, and remember, if you want helpful and accurate information about allergies and asthma, our allergy experts are here to clear the air.